Hey, are you guys looking for the next Gala games, which obviously did absolute madness in the last cycle? Well, maybe, just maybe, I might have found the next one for you. Are you ready for that? Well, let's get into it. What's going on, people? My name is Aaron, and welcome to UX Crypto. So today I'm going to be showing you the project called Qorpo World. And maybe you've heard of it, maybe you haven't, but either way, I'm going to be doing my review deep dive on it today. So yes, it's going to be a good one for you guys. So yes, 24 million market cap at this current moment. So not crazy big, still potentially low cap gem. And yeah, we're seeing some nice momentum on the chart. Started to kind of not go down, but find a floor a little bit, right? Which is good. And then also the fully diluted valuation is actually 721 million. So I would say the tokenomics could be a little bit better on this, but it's not too bad because I'll actually show you later why it's not that bad. But yeah, in terms of exchanges and all of that fun stuff, you can get it on Bybit and KuCoin and Mexi. So a couple of different exchanges, which is pretty good to see. So the first thing I'm going to do though is just give you a little bit of an overview of this, and then we're going to go deep. All right, we're going to start going into the teams, the partners, all that fun stuff. So here is just a quick overview, and it's obviously gaming decentralized, and it is a gaming platform, right? So visit the platform. Lovely graphics, as you can see, and yeah, powered by one token. You've got a different platform, games, lots of games, a token economy around it, and yep, obviously this is some of the stuff you can do, which I'll go through in a minute. Some partners as well. As you can see, the site is looking pretty dope, right? It's a nice looking site, and a lot of information for you. But that's just the gist of it. Let's get into the nitty gritty. Let's go into
Teams and advisors.
Okay, so here is the team and advisors. All right. So what we're going to be looking at today is a couple of these different people. So, we're looking for experience. So they're already telling you some experience here. So they've worked on Mafia, Horizon, and someone for PlayStation apparently. And yes, here is the main people. So when I look at teams, I'm looking at the main founders and obviously advisors around the project. You could look at employees as well, but employees are not as important just because people leave all the time as employees. So it is obviously important to look at the main people. And I would say these are the main people right here that we should be looking at. So let's go into that. Okay, so the first guy we're looking at is Sebastian, and he's the chief business officer for the project. And yes, you can see they've got citizen conflict, something going on with them on just from the socials. Sorry, just from the LinkedIn. And yes, he's been doing this for 3 years. Before that, he was working on something called Black Rock DAO as a business advisor, and that was trading business development. And he's been a founder before in a couple of different projects, so also related to crypto, so Crypto Kingdom, something like that. But yeah, obviously these you have to look at those if they were actually legitimate companies or not. But it does seem pretty legit. He's been doing this for 3 years, and that is nice. And the next guy we are looking at is this person. So it's the CTO right here. And yeah, obviously he's representing himself being doing this for 3 years. Before that, something called DXC Technology, something in technology, obviously. So automation and innovation team. So that's pretty cool. And then yes, he was a senior software engineer. So that's always good. I like it when I see developers actually go into CTO roles, because they have a great experience to be able to pull that off, and they've been on the floor, right? If you don't know how to code, then what are you doing? All right. So yeah, and then we've got Pivotal right here, and he's this co-founder and CFO, so financial officer. And then you have him here, so founding partner and chief financial officer, head of micro and small enterprise before that, so OTP Bank, pretty cool actually. And then manager before that at Tatra Banka, not sure. Oh, so Bank again, I think, of Slovakia. So yeah, you've got a lot of banking experience. Well, that's pretty good, being a financial officer. So that's nice to see. And then also we have Rastislav. Sorry if I'm saying your name wrong. And then yes, is the founder and the creative director. 4 years been doing this as well. So that's pretty good to know. And yep, there seems to be a link with Black Swan and one of the companies they actually work for together. Gaming, what's this? Crypto Aces, who's working at as well as an advisor, I think. But yeah, some pretty good experience, right? But what we want to also look at is obviously advisors. Okay, so just to point out some pretty interesting advisors. So if we click on this guy, we can check him out a little bit. So Mario right here has some interesting experience as an advisor. So this is where I think maybe the PlayStation stuff might come in a little bit. So Artesian Studios is currently there, which is pretty good, as well as, he was a head of free to play at Ubisoft, which is it's pretty good experience actually. And then also this guy right here, Miguel Angel, blockchain advisor. He is the CEO at Quantum, I think. Quantum, yeah, I think it's the same Quantum that I've heard all about 6 years. So Quantum, or is it Quantum? I think it is. But yeah, obviously in crypto, this is a big project. So yeah, good to know that for sure. And they've got some pretty interesting people, the realms of the project, right? But the next place I'm going to be looking at is
the partners.
Okay, so here is the partners, right? And we're just gonna let this run so we can go through it. But yeah, there is an interesting one. So like we've got Coin Telegraph and the Future of Money. We've got Polygons, it's built on Polygon, Immutable X, dope, right? Polyhedra, Binance NFTs, we've got OKX Wallet, and then yeah, Magic Eden. So this might even be like where they're actually on, or it might be actual partnerships. It'd be great to actually know that. But yeah, some pretty interesting partners, and obviously we do know this is built on Immutable X and Polygon, right? So yeah, pretty cool, right? But the next place I'm gonna go is
The idea.
okay. So the idea overall is obviously a gaming studio or place where loads of Web3 games are. So that's obviously good to know. And yeah, but just to break that down a little bit more, so you can actually so what is it, right? So simplified Web3 utilities by sticking to Web2 fundamentals. So navigation, obviously UI. We're probably talking about UX. Good for that. For and by players, so unifies players everywhere and redefines gaming everywhere. So cross-platform is that. So that's very cool to know. And then we also have the investor. So let's build together and we make history and shape the future. So just to give you an overview of this, a little bit more about this. So it's one place where you can play loads of different games. In terms of the idea, yeah, the idea is pretty good. Obviously, another gaming studio as well, but a high quality one overall. So yeah, that's good to know, right? Good to know. But the next place I am going to show
The website.
So obviously by now we've had a little look at the website, but we've got to dig in a little bit more. And I would say this is a very nice website, right? So obviously it's showing you all the different things you can do right off the bat. We don't want to mess around here. We want to get straight in and just find out what exactly you can do. Partners wise, obviously showing the partners, giving you a bit of an overview of why you should play it, why you should be using this, and then obviously what it is on. So launched on Epic Game Store, which is pretty cool. And then yeah, the community side of things, the site is very nice, right? When you scroll down, it's looking very nice. All right, it's a nice experience. The color scheme is good. It's very interactive. You can't really go wrong. Even if I was to do this, then it's a responsive website as well, which is good to know. So yeah, website looking pretty strong compared to some of the other competitors out there, right?
The product.
So the product is the next place I'm going to review, and yeah, it's more about looking at the actual products they serve and then how they deal with that, right? So they have some really good products on here. So Citizen Conflict is a pretty good crypto game, and then obviously this is actually where the store is, where all the games are. If you didn't know that, and obviously we could say also use this as the website overall review. But yeah, look, we've got a lot of different games. So one thing is this is cross function. So Decimated, for example, is a game on Solana, and it's inside of here, right? Which is very cool. And then you've got like Magic Craft, which I'm pretty sure is that Solana? I'm not even sure, but they've got basically lots of different games from different chains as well. So MetaStrike, I'm pretty sure is on BNB, I think, or yeah, something like that. So yeah, different chains all in one area, all the really nice games, right? And they've got potentially quite good games on here, right? So that is good to know, obviously, in terms of the games that I actually have on here. In terms of what you can actually do, so you've got airdrops potentially, you've got staking and farming. So that is good. And then obviously being able to utilize this token in all these different games, which is great. You got NFTs as well for in terms of product. So they're putting all these NFTs in one place that you can buy. And then you've got all the new games coming out for it. Yeah, pretty nice. All right, definitely pretty nice in terms of the product side of it, right? But the next place I'm gonna go is
The social media presence.
okay, so the socials. All right, so what we're looking at here is obviously the Twitter. So overall, we've got around 73K followers around there. We're looking for interactions as well. So, for example, they made this post and it had 616 comments, 45K views, and then if we keep going down, we can see a bit more on what they post. So, 48 comments this time, 30K views. But yeah, it's not too bad. It's not too bad. I mean, would I like to see more? Well, probably, right? But yeah, it's not bad to be fair. It does look fairly legit overall. But yeah, obviously with that following count, we will probably want to see a bit more interaction with the community. But yeah, overall, not too bad, I would say. But the next place I am going to show you is
Coin utility.
okay, so the coin utility is basically the whole token. Why does the token exist? Why would we want to use it? So yeah, it's basically issued as an ERC20 token and deployed on several chains, like I said to you, right? So it's an omni-chain layer zero infrastructure, which is very good. So obviously you're playing games on all different chains, making it very easy for the user, which is very, very good, right? And then this is what you can actually do. So the utility, I like this, by the way. So obviously bonus points on the website. So the ecosystem token, right? So if we scroll down, it shows you exactly what you're using it for. So gaming titles are produced and developed under the studio, providing utility scalability, all right, for the ecosystem. Then we've got onboarding Web2 users. So minting currency for the in-game digital assets for NFTs, bringing gamers for traditional gaming fields to Web3 space on the token. So that's pretty cool as well. Then you've got platform governance. So platform voting, accessibility directly from the token dashboard. That's cool. Medium of exchange. Obviously, we know what the exchange is, right? Be able to do that. Buy back burn. Okay, a percentage of the ecosystem revenue is used to regularly buy back. Okay, the token on exchanges, promoting scarcity and driving up demand for the token. Part of the buyback tokens will be burned forever, decreasing the overall supply. I like that. That is good because makes the price go up. So yeah, and then we've got scalability into B2B, so business to business. So yeah, token economy, gaming partners join platform will be required to offer additional utilities to native token holders. So yeah, basically get into business in. Very cool. You can also stake as well. So you can stake your NFTs, it seems, and a coin as well. So obviously very good. And then the incentive for players. So a portion of the tokens will be regularly distributed amongst various communities and gamers incentives over years. This distribution will be linked to ecosystems revenue and will consider four main groups: players, platform users, token holders, and NFT holders. The main way to get the token is in-game, well, gaming, right? Utilizing the token platform and also social activities with NFTs and token assets. So that's cool. It benefits you to use it, right? Which is great. And obviously, this is the stuff you get inside of the ecosystem as well. But this is what I found quite interesting. All right. So obviously, you might have looked at the circulating supply and obviously the tokenomics side of it. But yeah, I think this is quite good because a lot of this stuff doesn't release till very, very late, right? So we're looking at 2025 when you might be thinking, the bull run might be in type of thing, and then the supply hasn't gone that far up, right? So dilution isn't too bad. Like I would say, most of the dilution is happening all the way up until 2032. So yeah, obviously over time it might not be amazing over time, but for our purposes of obviously trying to probably get out of our projects around 2025, around these times, then it's not too bad at all. Actually, you probably could hold this, right? So yeah, that's overall where I'm thinking with that. But the next place I am going to go has got to be, where is this going in terms of price? So, I would say now is time to look at where can we go with this if we was to try and get a price projection for this. Like, is it worth, investing? Obviously, it's not financial advice. It's just me looking at I'm a YouTuber looking at this project. So yeah, but obviously We want the money, man. We all want the money, right? That's why we're here. We're all degens, right? I hope you are. That's why you're here. If you are, press subscribe. Also, like all that stuff before I get into this. But now, obviously, it is time to get into the whole price projection stuff for you. And what am I going to use for this, right? It's got to be some sort of benchmark. So let's get into it real quick.
Price projections.
Okay, so we're going to be using Gala Games. All right. So Gala Games, why? Okay, because obviously it is a gaming studio. It did very well in the last cycle, and we can use Gala Games as a benchmark. So let's just have a little look at current market cap. So the current market cap is 1.82 billion. Okay, so pretty big. By the way, this Gala Games is actually going through some crazy lawsuit because one of the founders actually sold a lot of their own tokens and obviously dumped them and sold. I think it ran away with about 130 million, something like that, something crazy. So yeah, and this is still going up and it's still around. So, I think this spot is right for a taking though, because there's a lot of other projects out here could probably take this market cap over. But although they do have still quite good products as well, so you might still want to consider this. But either way, we want to look at this target, right? So we're currently at, if we look at how do I say this? QORPO. One thing is the name. I think this is so hard to remember. So maybe have a look at that name a little bit. But yeah, we're at 24 million, right? As we know. But then the target one is obviously 1,822,000,000. And then target 2 is the all-time high in the last cycle. So it's just under 5 billion. So, what can we get if we went to those two targets? Well, that's where I come in. Let's just okay. Let's just see. Okay, so target 1, as I showed you, 1.8 billion, as you saw, 76x. Okay, if we was to get to this market cap with the this token, all right. And then target 2 is at 5 billion, as I showed you, and that would give us a 208x. Obviously, we're going to have some dilution, so that could weigh that into your equation, but this is just the calculations as you see them. Okay, so pretty cool, right? So what do you guys think of that? Pretty good gains. Are you interested in this token? I mean, if you are interested in really good gaming tokens, then definitely come and join the Patreon, because I've got over 80 different projects that I've reviewed, and yeah, we're absolutely smashing it inside of Patreon. So you should definitely consider joining. And if you're new to the channel, obviously consider subscribing as well. If you haven't heard about my cheat sheets or any of the strategy behind it, then I'll just give you a little bit of an overview real quick before I hit out of here. So for example, this is the cheat sheet, right? And I've got over ridiculous amount of coins now. And what you saw me do on this video, I actually score everything in the background. So look, I actually have over 177 coins now, fully reviewed, loads of gaming coins, and go through all of these as you saw. So patents, I look for patents, I look for the team and advisors, I look at partners, I look at idea on the website, products, socials, and utility. And this is how I managed to find some of the best coins on the market when people aren't even watching. And obviously, what is the game? The game is buy low, sell high. So the link is in the description if you want to get access to this. But also, you might think, oh, well, it's just a list of coins. But no, you can filter, all right? So what you can actually do is you can filter from the best, right? So if you want to get a top 20, then yeah, got you covered, man. You can get a top 20 new for the cycle. And also, if you're trying to get that portfolio ready for the bull run, this is the best place, all right? So if you know that everything's in a narrative of AI, then AI, I've got a whole bunch of coins in AI, I've got top 10 in there, and as well as gaming, NFTs, metaverse, ETH killers, everything, right? So you want to be ready, then just come over, join the Patreon, and yeah, you'll be a happy person if you do. All right. So yeah, I hope to see you there. If you want to join, business class is what you want to be joining under, and here you go. And this is all the stuff you get inside of business class. And yep, you get access to the cheat sheet as well as the buy signals that I do. I'll be buying quite soon, hopefully, some more. So yeah, stick around for that. I've got a sell strategy now with a whole bunch of indicators. So if you don't want to get out and when I'm selling, you can check that out too, as well as a great Discord community that you should definitely join. We've got a great community inside of there. So yeah, but yeah, that is it for me. If you guys want to subscribe, then press that subscribe button there, and hopefully, you can get these numbers up. And yeah, if you like the video and you found this useful, then like it. I would really appreciate that. And if you want to let me know what you thought about it, let me know. And maybe share this around. If you thought this project was good, share it around, right? Like, why are you holding the information to yourself? Share it to people you think would benefit from this video. But yeah, if I don't see you though, guys, I will see you at the top. Peace.